We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Greymane or Battleborn? Got stones in your ears? I asked what side you're on. Greymane or Battleborn? New in town, huh? Whiterun's got two clans, both old and both respected. Difference is, the Greymanes turned their backs on the Empire, and we Battleborn stayed loyal. So I'll ask again, Greymane or Battleborn? Sooner or later, we all have to choose a side. Long live the Empire.
Lightly armored means light on your feet. Smart. Need supplies? See Bellathor at his store. Sleazy little man, but he has good stock. Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
Ah, how my heart soars to look upon a Sister Bosmer. Please, how can I serve your hunting needs? Yes, I hear that question often. My brother Honoriath and I came up with it one night after consuming rather too much mead. After our drinks, we went out for a moonlight hunt. We got separated, and in his drunken state, my brother mistook me for a deer. He shot an arrow that pierced my, well, rump. After such a memorable adventure, we knew we had the name for our shop. Try Hulda, the innkeeper at the Bannered Mare. It's just up the road near the market. You should check in at Dragon's Reach too. There's so much going on these days. The Jarl or his steward might have need of help. Thank you very much for your business.
Blade and shadow, silence and death. These are my arts. For a modest fee, I'll make great art for you. I know nothing of fear and nothing of remorse. Pay my fee, and together we will vanquish any foe. I am an artisan, painting in strokes of blood red upon the canvas of life. But yes, I will take coin to fight at your side. After all, where is the value in creating art if there is nobody left alive to see it? If you change your mind, seek me out here. Walk always in shadows, so that you will see your foes before they see you.
You look a bit peaked. You sure you shouldn't be home in bed?
Men are all alike, from Skyrim to Hammerfell. They care only for war and politics, and treat their women like cattle.
Need something? Talk to my brother, Elrendir.
I'm warning you. Back off.
By order of the Jarl, stop right there. Smart woman. Now, come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods, and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course. I ain't much for talking. I don't think so. Why? Who says I have to be? Skyforge steel is my art and honor. The companions need the best, so they come to me.
Who are you? Who are you? What are you doing here? Are you working with the Battleborns? Speak now before I put you in the ground. A likely story. They won't even do their own dirty work now, eh? Well, you won't get the better of me. Now tell me where my brother is. Because they've got Thorald locked away somewhere, and if they find me here, I'll disappear too. I am not gonna let that happen. I can't do this all on my own. Are you offering to help me? I know that Thorald's not dead. I just know it. The Imperials have him and are keeping him somewhere, but I don't know where. Those damned Battleborns, they know something. They're hiding it. They practically taunt us with it. They must have some sort of proof. There's gotta be something in that house of theirs. I just know it. I don't dare leave the house myself, so I need your help. The Battleborns, the Emperor's biggest bootlickers here in Whiterun. Their connections to the Empire and the Legion are well known. When Thorald didn't return home, there was no question in my mind. They knew Thorald supported the Stormcloaks, knew he was gonna aid them in battle, made sure he didn't come back. Locked him up someplace to get back at my family, I'm sure of it. Anything that confirms that Thorald isn't dead, but is being held captive, I know those Battleborns have it. They'd be hiding it, of course. Wouldn't want it to get out that they've been lying this whole time. But you might be able to butter them up enough to lower their guard. Best if you didn't mention to anyone that you saw me here.
Why are you still staring at me?
Please, anything you can do to help me find my Thorald. He's my son. I feel it in my heart. Oh, you'd understand if you had children. It's hardly a secret that they have ties to the Empire and hate anyone who speaks out against it. Thorald did worse. He took action against the Empire, and the Battleborns knew it. I can tell you're new around here asking a question like that. My husband Eorland tends the Skyforge up at Jorvaskr, the Companion's Mead Hall. Oh, there's no finer smith in the Nine Halls. You should ask him about his work. It's the only subject that'll get him talking. Well, that and maybe those stuck-up, dung-sniffing Battleborns. Head up the steps from the market and look to your right. Can't miss it. You take care of yourself now.
Why are you still staring at me? We done?
Speak, elf. Yes?
Welcome, child. Indeed. The temple here in the city is my charge. The goddess's divine blessings have no doubt helped make Whiterun a thriving and prosperous city. After all, it is she who brings rain to our crops and fair weather on the harvest days. This is the Temple of Kinnareth. The Gildegreen outside was planted as a seedling in the early years of Whiterun. Disciples of Kinnareth could sense something holy in it, and traveled far to hear the winds of the goddess in its branches. Of course, not as many pilgrims these days. To the east of here is a hidden grove where the Eldergleam resides. It's the oldest living thing in Skyrim, maybe all of Tamriel. Our tree here in the city was grown from a cutting of that tree. You can still feel the glory of the mother tree through it. Even its name is an echo. I've thought about that. Trees like this never really die, they only slumber. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, we could wake up its child. But even if you could get to the Eldergleam, you couldn't tap it, not with any normal metal. Eldergleam is older than metal, from a time before men or elves. To even affect it, you have to tap into the old magic. You'll have to deal with the Hagravens. I've heard about the weapon they've made for sacrificing Spriggans. It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after it myself. Your spirit is strong. Kinnareth's winds will guide your path. It's held in a Hagraven nest called Orphan Rock.
So sick. Can hardly stand it.
So, have you gotten Nettlebane back from those filthy Hagravens yet? Somewhat, yes. At first it seemed a distant thing, heard only in the idle speech of guards and traders. When the wounded soldiers began to return from battle, I did what I could to help them. As more of the sick and injured came to the temple, my work as a healer became more important than my duties as a priestess. I wish only an end to the fighting, so that I can tend to the temple once more. May Kinnereth's winds blow you to fortune.
I can't bear it. Make it stop.
So, have you gotten Nettlebane back from those...
I ain't done nothing. What? Why are you looking at me? Only if I can help it. But damn if I ain't almost sober. Hey, in the Bannered Mare, there's this bottle of Argonian ale. The good stuff. Get it for me. They won't even know it's gone. Come on. Then we got nothing more to talk about. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Sure, whatever.
Tell me, do you believe in mighty Arche, god of life and death? I'm glad to know that, because I need your help. You see, I've lost something precious. My amulet of Arche. It's the source of my divine powers and also a sacred badge of office. I misplaced it in the catacombs. I'd looked for it, but I have been hearing noises down there. I fear the dead have become restless. Without that amulet, I'm powerless to confront them. Would you be willing to search for it? I'll just wait here and make sure nothing foul escapes the catacombs. The blessing of Arche be upon you. I spend so much time among the dead, I sometimes forget how much I miss the company of the living. Oh, thank Arkay! Please, take this gold for your troubles. The blessing of Arkay be upon you.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Thinking of settling in? There's a house for sale. Breeze Hall. You should talk to the steward talking the keep.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
The security in Whiterun is terrible. Shameful is what it is.
Sadia, wake up, dear.
The guards in this city are all lazy and undisciplined. Things need to change.
You want a drink? Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both. Now please, no more questions.
Out with it.
I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. I've been thinking of selling the inn to Isolda. Anyway, what do you need? People say there is someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that? The companions? In Jorvasker? They're recruiting new members from what I hear. I should have guessed as much. Your kind sticks to that college in Winterhold, as well they should. You'd never think to learn from a Nord like the Jarl's wizard. Need anything else? Just let me know.
I'm a bard by trade. Perhaps you've heard of me. There's a whole college up in Solitude where they teach the arts. Song, lute playing, poetry. I studied there myself. Had to leave over a misunderstanding with a headmistress. Well, more a misunderstanding with her husband. I'm a bard, trained at the Bard's College in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying. It's the leaving that's hardest, I know.
Wanna think you can go blade to blade with me? You'd be dead in 6 seconds.
Yes, Mom?
Don't forget to polish those glasses.
You've been talking to those companions?
Of course, Mom.
Too hot-headed, they cried. Weak, pathetic cowards, the lot of them. It wasn't my fault. I told them over and over that it was an accident. They wanted me to prove my worth. So they threw me up against a young whelp of a lad, hardly old enough to grow his first chin hairs. I guess they thought a woman wasn't strong enough to hurt him. I didn't mean for him to die. Why would I want that? I just lost control. The heat of the battle is the fire that forges the strongest blades. It's an old Nord proverb. That, and a true Nord never misses a chance to test her worth. And why not? I could beat anyone in this city, barehanded. 100 gold says I knock your hide to the ground. Just fists, no weapons, no magic, no crying. Let's go. Come on, I'll spare you, for now.
This is Skyrim's...
No!
Somebody, help!
God, no!
Do something!
Never should have come.
This is a local favorite and
Don't
one
hurt
of the
me.
first songs I ever learned. Ragnar the Red.
This should be good. Get him. Kill him.
Come on, let's see you put up a fight.
Fight. You have committed crimes against Skyrim and your people. What say you in your defense? You're going to rot in the Dragon's Reach dungeon.
Everything's all right?
There's a rift here in Skyrim. Can't neither magic nor the passing of time.
I've got a hungry daughter, so selling my
That's
clothes...
really fun mode.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire, and I'll send someone over.
Keep walking, soft. And why not? 100 gold says I knock your... Just fists. No weapons, no magic, no crying. Let's go. Come... Never should have come here.
This is a local favorite and one of the first songs I ever learned. Ragnar the Red. Oh, there once was a hero...
Now that's what I call a punch. You got me.
Run from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made. But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time."
You're no liar. Best fight I've had in years. There you are.
And slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal.
You're someone who can get things done. I like that. Let's not waste any time.
When his ugly red head rolled around on the floor. This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors, the Imperials. We drink to our youth, to days come and gone. For the age
Fear for the boy, eh? I'm a sword man myself. Helgen, destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda. About the same as everyone else. They're the catfolk of Elsewhere. Great warriors, good traders. Way I hear it, Elsewhere ain't nothing like Skyrim. It's got tropical forests and dusty badlands. It sounds awful. Yeah, these Khajiit make a living traveling the roads and selling their wares. It's got to be tough. Skyrim's a hard enough land when you've got a roof over your head. Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Nobody trusts them. Reputation mostly. A lot of Khajiit turn to smuggling and thievery to get by. A few bad apples spoil the bunch. You know how it is. Before my ma and Da passed, I told them that one day, I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, Madran. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done. You'd do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future? Farewell.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil. Of a sort. I don't have formal training in the restoration school, but something just as good. Within these walls, I have all that I need to brew a potion for nearly any ailment. If I had a septum for every case of rock joint or whitbane I've cured since I opened this shop, I'd be a rich woman indeed. Why? Because I'm a proud citizen of the Empire? Because the Stormcloaks only want Nords in Skyrim? The Stormcloaks can rot in oblivion for all I care. I've lived in this city for 20 years. 20! I think I can teach you a thing or two. So you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Come back anytime if you need a remedy. If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask. That's a good concoction, but keep trying new things. Alchemy rewards inquisitive minds. You'll find tonics, salves, poultices, and potions on my shelves. Browse. Your heart's content.
You know nothing. Nothing.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, you know. Even if you are my elder.
He chose poorly.
Boys, girls, dogs, elders. There's nobody I won't fight.
Do you believe this old hag? Holding him? Why,
Come to chat
I've
with an
got
old
him in
woman,
my
hmm?
cellar.
Do your
He's
good
my
deed for the
prisoner.
day.
Face it, Cowell. Your stupid son is dead. He died a storm-cloaked traitor. And you best keep your mouth shut before you suffer the same.
Come on, Father. There's nothing more to be said here.
Ulfred, patron of the great clan Battleborn. A name I'm sure you know well. Uncivilized pelt-wearing axe-draggers. It's a wonder they don't still live in a cave like those ancestors they keep boasting about. It's true, the Vignar Greymane and his lot are one of Whiterun's oldest and, depending on who you ask, most respected clans. I don't dispute that. But it's one thing to take pride in your lineage, and another to cling blindly to the past. What they call honor and tradition, I call ignorance. Battleborn is a name out of legend, sung in the songs of old and heard in deeds of valor for 100 generations. For Clan Battleborn they cry in the mead halls, first into the fray and last to quit their ale. We've got honor, wealth, and titles too, aye, and buxom women to warm your bed on a cold Skyrim night. Now, if that don't answer your question, then no words will. What's there to say? You go against the Empire, you wind up dead. Thorald got what was coming to him. Best not to ask too many questions about it. People might get the wrong idea about you. Money, you laggard. What else? It always comes down to coin. The Greymanes have deep roots in Whiterun, but so do we. Difference is, we're rich. And Vignar hates it. Oh, and they hate it too. All their big talk of pride and honor. And what have they got to show for it? Beggars' rags and stale bread. We've got the same pride, same honor, and we've got wealth. No wonder they envy us. You watch yourself out there.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, you know. Even if you are my elder.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
My friend Maven and I. Have you met Maven in Riften? We know our place in this world. Know the place of others, too.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit.
Life's hard enough with all these men propositioning me. But that bard is the worst. That bard Mikhail is begging for a dagger up against his throat, the way he goes on about me. I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh! If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though. You've got no idea. Half the men in Whiterun have proposed to me. Some were even single. They'll never understand. No amount of flowers or honeyed words are going to change my mind. Right now, all that matters is my daughter Mila. No man's going to get between me and my little girl. Take a look. Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day.
Come to chat with an old woman.
Finest cuts, fresh from the wilds. Oh yes, hunting is my great passion. That's why my brother and I opened a shop to sell hunting supplies. It's the Drunken Huntsman, down by the main gate. He tends the store, and I've got this stall. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Good hunting.
Still warm from the oven.